The Highland Hills tower the skies. But the shadows they cast draw the spirits near. After all, tomorrow
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Friday night. We are joined tonight by Jen from Emerald Isles Paranormal Researcher. See, I've got that written down in the post so I wouldn't accidentally make a mistake. Tonight, guys, Jen is going to tell us all about our shows. And listen, if you're interested in going to our YouTube channel, please let's get her to 1,000 subscribers. The link's below this video. Just click to view that. Also, I've put your Facebook page, Jen.
Perfect. Fantastic. Yep. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, who's all in the chat tonight? Look at who all got in here, Drew.
Welcome,
who have we all got?
Welcome,
There's
Meg.
Dobby. We've got Stephanie. I used to keep calling her Stephen until they said they threatened me, put me in a jar.
Network Central.
Meg's Mysteries. It's good to see you all. So, Jen, this is the first time in Ghost Squad Scotland. You've been involved in Bonkers. This is also going through Bald and Bonkers. So, how are you?
I'm good. It's been a long week, but shaking it off and
as long as you've not got the cold.
You know? I have a cold.
You're talking. I've just got rid of it. Be gone, bugs. Be gone. Go and visit Drew.
Repel.
I'm getting it to all of us. My daughter had a cough all week and then she gave it to me and I knew she would. I'll pick up anything so easily. Another thing, touch wood, I didn't get so far, touch wood, it was COVID. But I will pick up colds and flus and everything else. But I haven't had COVID.
Never, ever again. I pray to the Lord. Do not give me that again. So, Drew, how are you? How's your week been, Drew?
Doing okay, Christopher, thank you. It's been slow. I've not been doing much, to be honest. I did a live the other night doing tarot readings and things that you did accompany me in. You saved me on TikTok because TikTok was just crazy. Christopher went in and saved me.
Do you care what I did? See how you can gift people roses?
Yeah.
If you gift a certain amount of roses, it plays a loud tune for the person. So Drew's doing her tarot cards and I went tap, 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 tap.
I couldn't concentrate.
Oh no, of the roses.
Aye.
Every time I went to do it, another one came and I'm like,
I haven't done much lives on the TikToks. I can go live on the TikTok, but I haven't done it. I've done it twice, I think. Twice.
Me too.
I've got an account on there, right? And I upload UFO videos. I've nearly got 4,000 followers, right? But I have nearly got 4,000. I've got 3,800 and something followers. Yeah. And do you know how many views I've got in total?
How many?
Nearly 7 million views in some of my videos.
What?
So one of my videos has got 100,000 views. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, it's all because it's UFO videos.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. It's weird because nobody can see. It's only the creator that can see the views. It's weird that. I mean, do you know Ken that?
I can see it. I can see the views, like say 300, 400, 500, something like that, maybe 1,000, but nothing like yours.
But the thing is, it doesn't bother me because it's all right. It's UFO stuff and stuff. But I like this kind of a wee bit better. It's just a wee hobby on the side. Get what I mean? But I would just like to welcome into the room Stockport and PWI Spiritual Investigators. Good to see you. It's nice to see you, Sherry. So, Jen, can you tell us a little bit about how you started your show and how you started different, basically? How did you get into that?
Before we do start, I just want to say that Ireland is such like Scotland. I'm intrigued to see how close it really is to Scotland.
I know.
Jen.
And Scotland is stunning. Yep. I've been to Scotland. My daughter's dad is Scottish. So, yes. I know. I knew. And I tried to do the accent last week and I made a balls of it. It was really bad.
I do the Irish accent. If I do the Irish accent, you'll be chasing through the town. I'm getting chased through the town with burning torches and pitchforks. I better know. I sound like
Try
a
it.
leprechaun. Oh no, I
Try
can't. I'm not. I'm eating a sweetie then. It's an excuse.
Let me finish it. How did I get off into the paranormal? I suppose I was that child. Like I come from a family of 11, and I was that child that would sit in the corner and daydream all day. I was a little antisocial. I still am, actually, only worse. I like more.
And talk to.
Yeah, my dogs, my imaginary friends, and I could hear things. And I remember there was banging going on in the hot press, and I thought it was those, that shoemaker and his little people making shoes. That's the way I thought it was, back in the day. And then I think, oh God, I don't know what age it was when I watched a lot of paranormal shows and so on, and it frightened the life out of me. And then I joined a team, and we went to I just have to. And I joined the team, and I just loved. We went to one of the amazing places up in County Antrim. There's Brian. Hi, Brian. County Antrim, up in the north of Ireland, and I have to say, it's if you're going to start off in the paranormal, that's the place to throw you in deep, very deep.
Really? Is it there a lot of spooky ghosts about and stuff like that? Is it a lot of supernatural presence?
Some nice, some not nice. Yeah. That's where I got my first experience of, don't be Jenny Big Balls kind of thing, don't go in the respect. That's why I've learned to respect locations. Right. Well, that's only one time.
It's quite interesting. I mean, have you ever encountered like a dark presence?
Yeah.
Demonic? What kind of dark presence exist?
I don't know if it was demonic now, but it was angry. And I was up in Shane's Castle, and I know at the beginning of the night, the founder had done a reenactment and said, Jenny, you have to provoke. And I was like, oh, God, I don't want to provoke. So I didn't want to do it. But then when I got into it, I took the role very seriously because I was a woman telling a soldier what to do.
Oh, dear.
I got it. I took the role very easily. I didn't like to do it, but I quickly fell into
too much.
I did. I had to be told to stop. And because I was giving him orders and whatnot. And so anyhow, things happened and so on and so on. That was great. So the night went on, and coming to the end of the night, I took my group down into that same area where we had done the reenactment. When we walked in, the smell of sulfur would hit you. And I mean, I've never to this day, thank God, touch wood, ever smelt it again. And nor do I want to. It would burn the nostrils, it irritated your throat and so on. And it was just, we tried to figure out where it would come from. But you're beside one of Europe's largest man-made locks. Right. So and you're underneath the ground, and there's graves above you. So
it could have been coming for the graves. How long were the graves there? Are they new graves or old graves?
Oh, old graves.
These things are right there next to you anyway, aren't they? The floor around. If they want you to
old
smell
graves.
them, you'll smell them.
Oh, there was Spanish soldiers, French soldiers, slaves, maids' quarters, and so on in that area. And so I was saying, right, we're going to continue on. And one of the girls said, no, we shouldn't. And I said, well, no, this is my group, and we're going to go ahead. If we know they're here and they know we're here, we're going to keep going with it. And we got halfway down to where we had done the reenactment. And she kept saying to me, Jen, we shouldn't do it. And because we had public guests with us, I said, right, fine. We'll turn around and I said, let's leave. So then I said, I don't know why we're leaving when they know we're here. Too many times people have left at tunnels when there's something happens. So that's what you're there for. You're there to do your work. And so with that, a few minutes after that, it was as if something had run towards me and face to face or ran through me as a warning. And I keep saying it was like the Matrix, where my head would go, I couldn't hear anything. My hearing was gone for, I say, about 10, 15, 20 seconds, which felt really long. And so my head would go back and come forward, and I couldn't hear anything. My eyes were closed, and it was I was there, but I wasn't there. So I said to the girl beside me quietly, I said, take me out of here now, just get me out. And then I realized myself, if I lose it, if I panic, I lose it. So I just, kind of got myself together and I said, right, everybody, let's go out, quick march, get out quickly so I can get out.
Again.
See, that's kind of scary. That, I mean, I felt like a spirit touch my shoulder, and I felt like a spirit walk up to me and stuff like that, but I've never really felt like, Drew, you've experienced more of, you've experienced more than that kind of side.
I've experienced the best experience I had that I did forget about was a little boy touching my hand. And the best way I can explain it is like velvet. When you put your hand over velvet, that's the best way I can ever explain it. But I've had a few close with the witch, for example, up Lovers Lane, when I felt like she had attacked me. I just felt as if she had took my breath and I was struggling to get to the end of the lane. So I don't think that was physical. I think that was more like she was right beside me, taking my energy, if you like. But I felt spirit touch me.
And it's exciting to feel it, though.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain what it feels like, but it is kind of exciting.
I think it's crazy. I know it's unexplainable.
I've heard people telling me a spirit's walked through them. You ever felt a spirit walking through you? I've never felt it.
Not yet.
No. Not unless that guy ran through me or just kind of came up so close to me as if a warning. To, that field that they get too close to, it kind of knocks you off your feet.
Maybe it was threatened. Maybe I thought, right, there's that person there that was winding me up. There's that person that was winding me up, and then they made that smell, maybe to warn you off.
Oh, they were.
To sort of try and scare you off.
They were annoyed with me. They were really wanted to get me without the founder being there because they were wanting him. They always want him. And because I was a female and, he wasn't there beside us, that they were coming from me. Right. Whoever they is, whoever he is, could be a she. I don't know.
See, that is the thing that I've got this terrible habit. But you were doing that live. What night was that you were doing that live? It was at the museum, but it was, what was that, a fort or something? It was something. Was it a prison?
One
where you sent the footage and the voice going, yes.
That's in the museum. That's the museum. That's the museum. Yeah.
Will I play that for everybody? Can you give a wee bit of the backstory of this museum? Because
I can indeed, yeah. So this place is called the Drogheda Museum Millmount. And I used to go there as a child for school tours. It's literally 5 minutes away from me. And it is where it used to be a British Army fort, and where Oliver Cromwell and his, I think it was 3,000 men come over and attacked Drogheda. And they I know, and they bombed the Martello Tower, which is the tower that I show you. And there was a church around the corner from it, and that wall is broken from where it was broken back in the day. They did fix it, and then they found a weak spot in that wall and knocked it down. I've been over to that land many times, and when it's better weather, say next week, I'll even go over and I'll do a live video on it for you, Chris, just so you can have a look. You can see the walls and so on. I'll definitely do that. So that's it. That's the biggest history of it, where Oliver Cromwell had come over with his men and attacked Drogheda and the Martello Tower. And there used to be 9 gates or 7 gates around Drogheda. There's only one standing left, which is St. Lawrence's Gate. And it used to be rich people that lived in Drogheda because you had to pay through the gates to get.
Okay, I'm asking you again.
Go for it. You're on mute.
I didn't press that. I didn't press nothing.
Did you not put that up?
That's strange. Man, no, I was doing something. I was messaging somebody on Messenger.
Welcome, Scottish.
Right, we'll play this video, guys. I'll play it 3 times because it's pay.
Right.
Okay, I'm asking you again. Do you want to play a game of cards with us? What's wrong, Alan? All right.
I can't do nothing about it. Right, okay.
I'll play it one more time.
Okay, I'm asking you again, do you want to play a game of cards with us? What's wrong, Alan? Alright.
Did you hear him?
That is creepy.
We didn't hear him that
Ladies and
night.
gentlemen, that is just.
It's always when you play it back.
I was watching that when you were doing that.
I remember. Yeah.
And I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
No, we didn't hear it either.
I'm sure, I'm positive there was a soldier standing at the bottom next to that old boat.
Well, yeah.
At the left-hand side, see, there's like a wall,
Yeah.
like a white brick wall.
Yeah.
And he was like standing, he was crouched down, he was watching these little.
That's been said many times, and the crouching part of it as well. Yeah.
But that shouldn't have played like it shouldn't have played. My cursor's over it, but you've got to literally tap it to play it.
That's crazy.
I'll play it one more time for the people in the chat because that's
Okay.
just.
Huh? Okay, I'm asking you again, do you want to play a game of cards with us? What's wrong, Alan? Alright.
It's good.
Yeah, it's. I listen again. I've listened to that on my iPad about maybe 1,000 times now.
So good.
There is another voice there, though. You can hear it just at the start. It's very, very fine.
Yeah.
It's like a
And I know
woman.
Louise is going over the audio now. I think she's watching on the YouTube, but she's gone over the work as well. And I have my recorded here ready to go. And I played some of it. You know, the ITC where we do from one phone to another phone.
Yeah.
So my phone, and I'd ring someone else's phone on speaker. So they would bring it down into that kitchen area with a recorder in that room with it. So we go upstairs and we do a call out. So when we took the recorders back after 20 minutes and we do a playback, oh my gosh, the voices that's here that I have in the recorder right beside me, it's
Is the shadows on that your team?
yes, that there was people in the kitchen area at that stage. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But are these videos the videos that you sent me the night from the same place? Yes.
Yes.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'll play the first one. I'll play this first one.
Okay.
You can explain this after it.
You hear the walking.
Aye, and you can clearly see it moving. That's
the slow motion one, and then the other one I gave you, it's the same video, but it's how fast it goes. So you'll hear people talking in the background of the slow motion one. That's just us upstairs talking, but you'll see the fast one, how quick it goes.
Right, I'll go to the next one.
Aye.
This one.
Ooh, that's fast.
You can see that. See how quick that is. That's. I'm going to play that one more time for the people in the chat. Remember, guys, if you hear anything, please tell in the chat and put your headphones on because it's amazing what you can pick up.
Fast.
Wow. I'll go back to the slow motion.
At the end of the end of the fast motion one, you can hear it as if a door closes.
Yeah, you can hear something.
And that's only about 8 foot wide. It's just a hallway into the back room where all the artifacts are. No public can go in there. So that's my GoPro sitting on the windowsill. We were not in that area. And outside that door in front of us is the kitchen area where we have done the card game and so on.
It's like a latch going. I'll play the fast one and then I'll play the slow one. It's like one of the old doors with the latches. It's like
yeah. Yep.
Aye, you can certainly hear that. You hear that, Drew? That it's like the old latch going.
Yep.
Yeah, the latch and so on. Yeah, and then inside that area, there is a door there, and so when you walk into that door, it's just a square hallway, not even a hallway, and then the steps going up into an arch where it's blocked. It's now blocked up.
But it'll not be blocked off for the spirits. They'll just walk right through.
Exactly.
No, we want to know what's in there and why is it blocked up. And we're trying to figure out where the stairs lead to and whatnot, where those stairs would lead to. So
Maybe it goes down into a cellar. Maybe it goes down into like a cellar or something like that.
there would have been cells in there, yeah.
Down and no up.
It's going up. These steps are going up, and the wall is arched, but it's all blocked up.
Right, so I get you.
Yeah, the wall is arched, right. All blocked up. Yeah.
Right.
I'll play the slow motion one because
okay. Yeah.
I'll play this one now.
It looks like he's got a hood on.
Aye, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think it looks like a nun? A nun wouldn't be in there. Would there be?
We thought a monk, which we never heard of monks being in the Millmount area. We haven't heard of a monk being there. We have called out. We have called out for the monks, or one of the guys that used to be on my team was training to be a priest, so he would know all the names that you would call a monk. But my cat always likes to make an appearance every time I do these.
I'm just going to play that one more time because I don't know. I'm getting like a nun, but there wouldn't be. That's what because. Ken, I don't know what it is, by the way, but I'm getting a nun. See how I don't know that much about nuns and stuff like that, but it's the what's it called? A habit?
Habit.
Is it a habit, right? I think I've seen them because there's a big church near me and I've seen them get in and out and that. And it's like you kind of how like nuns kind of like walk, but it makes it look like they're leaning forward on their side like that.
Yeah. And that's what we
right.
we were asking out for monks. And I remember Aidan came on one of the night's investigations and he had his monk outfit with him.
Yeah.
And his big rosary beads and whatnot to call out. I
mean, was there any nunnery places nearby, any big churches or anything
like that? There is a few, yes, there is a few. There used to be a convent I used to go for school tours, typically Irish school tour. I went to a convent for a school tour. And I'm the one that goes missing in rooms. And I see nuns walking by with no faces. I'm joking, I didn't. But
oh god. It makes you wonder because in the first video, whoever says yes, like that, right?
Yeah.
There's something at the very start. There is a woman's voice. Now, when you were doing the investigation, how many other women were there? Were you the only woman that was there?
Myself and Lou and Gabrielle. 3 of us.
Yeah. I'm sure. I'll play it now. I'm sure. See if you listen to it. You've got to put headphones on. It's there. Okay. I can hear it. It's as if she's agreeing.
Okay.
I don't know. I get a weird vibe. I get a weird vibe that she doesn't really particularly like him. There, it's kind of weird. But I'll play it.
What did you say?
Huh? Okay, I'm asking you again, do you want to play a game of cards with us? What's wrong, Alan? Alright.
Like, at the start of the video, you've got like a white wall that comes down like that, and it's quite white. It's showing there must be like a light in there or something like that that's reflecting. That's where I see. That's where I can see the soldier. I don't know if he's British, but it's like an old World War I uniform. Now,
okay.
I don't know if anybody in the chat can anybody in the chat hear a woman.
Try it one more time. I know Lulu now.
Share a use pick.
Huh? Okay, I'm asking you again, do you want to play a game of cards with us? What's wrong, Alan? All right.
I'll tell you where it,
Yeah,
see
go ahead, go
in
ahead.
the video you've got the kind of you've got the green, you've got the laser grid, right? But on
Guys,
the opposite wall for the other white wall, it's kind of there's a green bit where obviously the laser grid's reflecting. There's a woman there and she's got like a thing on her head looking on, but she doesn't like these there. She's not happy these are there.
Well, she is a bit of a cow. Just gonna say cow.
Really, I mean, what she's a people like.
The guy that's there, he likes women. If it's the one we're talking, the same guy we're talking about, he likes women, but he doesn't like women at the same time. This woman that is there, because I took my very good friend Tracy Day over with me, and we were getting him wrong all along. So when Tracy came in with her husband Ray, there's another cat. Charlie, hold on. And they always distract me. But yeah, so they could say this woman was not a nice woman to this man. Like she was using him and so she's a bit of a cow. And he likes women, but he doesn't like women. So you know, at one point where I said, right, let's start again. We apologize for picking you up wrong. Let's start again. Let's reintroduce ourselves. My name is Jenny. Let's start afresh. So he was okay with that at one point. And then when we listened back to another piece of audio, we were told to F off. So he gets in his moods a little bit. But when we went back again to do the card games, we're still going through that audio. Still going through it. We haven't completed it yet. So we don't know if we've got anything yet from it. I know Louise is going through the video.
It's weird, but I've got quite high quality headphones on and I can hear. It's amazing. I've got the volume turned up quite high because I'm deaf. I listen to a lot of music, so that's why I've got my volume up quite high. At the very start, there's just something there as if it's a green. I'll play it one more time, right? And it's as if it's like it's got the weird kind of sarcastic kind of. I don't think it's very happy that you're there, right? But then the guy speaks, obviously.
Huh? Okay, I'm asking you again, do you want to play a game of cards with us? What's wrong, Alan? All right.
See, it's right at the very start. Do you hear it?
The very, very beginning.
It's as if it says. It's as if it says. Again, this got sound stupid. I'll play it one more time, then I'll tell you what it says.
Huh? Okay, I'm asking you again, do you want to play a game of cards with us? What's wrong, Alan? All right.
Okay, what do you hear?
Right, I can hear a woman's voice, right, and I don't know if anybody else chat hears that, but it's as if it's got an Irish accent, a really strong really strong Irish accent, and it's as if it says "get out."
Yes, yeah, we've been told that before in that area. Oh yeah, she doesn't like us there because she knows we like this guy.
You got a nerve. Sherry says it says you got a nerve.
Yes, and
a nerve.
We're doing that location about 6 or 7 years now.
Wow.
And I did say before, I'm glad it's only Emerald Isle team that ever investigates that location because I find
is it just you guys? No?
Just us, just us. If I find
the best way.
I find if you let so many teams in, they're gonna ruin it. And so it's a gem.
That's the trouble nowadays with certain locations. Let's take like Greyfriars in Edinburgh, right? That place has been there must have been billions of people over there over the years doing investigations. I'm surprised the activity left. All the energy's been drained out of there.
I do.
I feel that these big locations should be one team be allowed to study it and see what they can get, and then maybe if they don't get anything, another team try.
Well, that's it. Like we do take guests in with us. Like we have a team joining us in May. We have another team joining us at another time. but it's far and few in between.
Yeah, that's
Like,
okay doing that.
It's
How
very.
did you end up with that gig? How did you manage to rustle that place for yourself?
Because I live in Drogheda.
All right, well, that's handy.
Yeah. Well, an ex-team member went and asked for it, and it was given to us. I used to go to it when I was in a different team. But it wasn't ours solely. But then an ex-team member kind of inquired about it and got it, and now she's not on my team anymore.
Oh dear.
No, she's not on my team, and she can go from 9 to 5 during opening hours, but not in the evening time. But thanks very much anyway for doing that for us.
I think that'd be a great location to go to, wouldn't you, Drew? I mean, that'd be wink, nudge, wink, wink, you know.
Yes, Ireland, you know, I love to bring anybody who comes to Drogheda. I will just say, right, come over, and even in the daytime to do a tour. And Alan works there, and Gabrielle works there as well. She worked there, and so she came on a few investigations with us. But it is a phenomenal place. Yeah. I mean, I should have sent you on audio. I don't know if I can put it up now. If I could find it,
you can bring it up. You can share screen if you can share the screen if you want.
One piece I'd love to play for you, and it's a bit hard to understand. I get it, and it's ITC, so it's from one phone through the speaker. And the only time it works is in WhatsApp. So it'll work through this. So we put the phone on speaker, put the recorder into a room, we leave. So this is all from that same museum, and it's from that kitchen area. But I'm gonna look for it now. So we can still. Can't see it because I'm looking at my computer, but we can still talk while I'm looking for it because I always.
Welcome in, everybody. Remember, smash that like button, please.
I honestly think it's an amazing location you've got. It is an amazing location.
Yeah.
I would just like to welcome all the new people in the chat. We've got what is that? Paravalza. I'm really sorry. It's for Germany. I'm Scottish. I blame that for I can't pronounce anything. John Morris, welcome. Facebook user, we don't know who you are. What was that? What do you call an Irish ghost? I don't know what you call an Irish ghost. You better watch. Jen will come chasing after you by a big club.
I think I might have it. What do you call an Irish ghost? I'm afraid even. I don't know what you call an Irish ghost.
I heard the crack of the day. I heard the crack of the day. I heard the crack of the day. The farmer came up to me and he says, "What do you call a sheep on a trampoline?" And I says, "I don't have a clue." And they went, "A woolly jumper."
Oh, I would slap that person.
No. Oh God.
No.
Oh, geez, I just don't know.
I think I might have it here. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get it. I'm so bad at doing this stuff.
I'll be fine. Are you streaming this to your channel?
I am.
Yes. Well, there you go. See.
I am. Louise is watching it from there. Lulu, she's on Emerald Isle. Okay,
it's a great thing that StreamYard's added. Actually, it's really, really good. You know.
Okay, let me see if I can get it. Can we all see it?
I'll add that up for you tonight.
Okay.
There you go.
Right. Okay, that's grand. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, so this is from the ITC from the phone. So this is coming from the kitchen area.
Right.
And I know what's being said. So if you can't make it out, I'll play it 2 or 3 times and explain what's being said. Okay, here we go. I do hope it's the right one. Did you get it?
Okay, that's interesting. That woman sounds pissed off. That's what I'm going to say.
Well, we think it's the man.
Right.
It's a man.
Because at the end, so what I heard, we did a playback on the night. That's all through a phone.
Yeah.
So when we're upstairs in the room, coffee room, we can hear like that going on in the kitchen area. So we're looking at each other, and you could hear a pin drop, and so we know something's happening. So what we hear is being said, "Hey, Jenny, can you hear me?" And then something, and then it said something I can't repeat in live. And then cannot repeat because it's a man saying stuff to me. And then you'll hear a little voice, but that would be Alan upstairs. And then it says, "Hey, Jenny, something, can you hear me? She murdered me." Which would be what happened in that kitchen. So I'll play it one more time again for you.
Yeah, please.
I will, for sure. Sorry, I'll start again.
She murdered me.
Wow.
At the end, effing bitch.
Yeah.
So we think
I heard your name.
Yeah. Hey, Jenny, can you hear me?
Hey, Jenny.
Because we always say, who do you want to sit in the kitchen by themselves? And it's always me. So it's kind of like, he doesn't like women, but he doesn't like women. But I'm getting to the point where I could sit at the door if someone else was sitting outside on the steps, just to make sure in case. And I did it once before, and I made sure I did it live, that if anything happened to me, they all saw me being dragged into the dark corner.
I mean, I'd be pissed. I would be a pissed off guy too if a woman murdered me. I mean,
well, she was a bit of
hey, Danny.
You heard she murdered me. So Claire, do you want to hear it one more time?
Oh yes,
yeah,
please.
Okie dokie. Yes, my favorite people. And then the next one, I listened, when we heard it, I was like, oh Lord. And then you hear someone like this, we have got loads there. I mean, you can see there's probably 800 and something pieces of EVPs that I have there. And we were, and it's amazing when they say your name and telling you what happened.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like it's very protective of that location, protective of the people in that location.
I'm glad that there's only the one team goes in and out, maybe that's the best
that's it.
way.
Yeah.
Spirits want them up.
Have you ever maybe thought of maybe helping at cross?
To be honest, no. We haven't, because it's a place where they want to be. We've never even asked did they want to be crossed over.
Cross if they wanted to.
We and they're helping us. We need to know more, so we're not letting them go unless they want to do it themselves.
We're keeping you, brother.
We're not finished with it yet. The next one, if I can play it for you, is when we're talking about the thermal flare image camera. So I was explaining what it's being used for, and so you'll hear me saying, "Can I use it?"
Yeah.
And let me know then if you can make out what's being said. I was a little bit annoyed with it, but anyhow, let's see. Okay. What did you hear? Probably hard to hear.
That's an unusual one, Drew.
But of course, I've not got headphones on. I can't make it out.
You'd have to have the
Can you play
headphones
that one
on.
more time?
Yeah.
I sure can.
Can you play that one more time? Yeah.
Yes, of course I can. Yeah. Where are we? And they gave me an answer to it.
Right.
It's weird. I can hear it's a right Irish accent. It's really difficult for me to make it out, but I can hear it.
I can hear it
Is
as
it a
well. I
woman
just
speaking?
can't make it out.
It's a man. Well, we think it's a man. And when I said, "Can I use it?" and what he said, what I think he's saying anyway, is Jenny cannot. So, yeah, Jenny cannot.
Wow.
It's like, you want me down there?
Down, maybe.
You won't let me see you, but you want me down there with you.
Have you ever thought of doing that experiment there? You know, the one with the blindfold you and you put the noise cancelling headphones on?
Yes. Yeah, we have done that. Do you want me to shut this down now?
Aye, when you go. Yeah.
Shut that down now. Yes, we've done the Estes method there many times in the kitchen. Well, we've done it once in the kitchen area, and then we've done it twice upstairs in the Jim Gary room. Now, myself and Louise did it, the Estes method together. So she had her radio going back, reverse, and I had my radio going forward. So we have it on a live as well. We have it on live. And so the boys are asking questions and writing down the questions and answers. So I don't know what's happening because I'm doing the Estes method. Can you hear me?
There's Danny. Someone else said, "Can you hear me?" And that. See, that's quite.
Oh, okay.
That's. I see what it means.
There is a few voices I heard.
That would make a bit sense if I said, "Can I use it?" And I thought I said, "Jenny cannot." But if Danny's saying something, "Can you hear me?" in that, as if he's questioning about thermal flare. Okay, so we'll have to ask that question again then, just to see.
What happens if you send a man in instead of a woman?
You will get a few things, but not as much as if a woman goes in. And I know I did a lot. Someone said to me, "Jenny, on your left-hand shoulder, there's someone standing behind you," and I'm in there on my own.
It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder what you could actually see what's on about you. Can you imagine if you could actually see them?
And the thing is because he wants you in the kitchen. So when you're in there on your own by yourself and it's all dark, you just have this image, and your mind is very strong, playing tricks on you. That you can just feel him walking circles around you because you are there on your own, and he has you by yourself.
I feel it just now.
So, I'm that one that I'm air punching. I am air kicking. I'm that kung fu Ghostbuster. Like, I will be kicking the air.
So when are you going back?
We'll be back in a few weeks. I know at the end of April, the team is away for the weekend.
Right.
We're away for the weekend. We will be doing live for the weekend that we're away. 2 castles.
That's 2 castles.
Yeah.
What other interesting locations have you been to in Ireland? What's the name of that castle? It's meant to be. It's famous, like Ghost Adventures, and everybody's. Have you ever been there?
What is it?
Lep Castle. I've been there more times than I've had hot dinners. And it's about 2.5 hour drive down, which is nothing. And it's really amazing. It's really amazing. No, I've never been to Loftus Hall, and it's now closed. And they're making it into a hotel. They're making it into a hotel. So I will be going to the hotel.
Right.
And I will.
I think.
I will. Yeah, we should all come over for the weekend and stay there book it out for the weekend, or book our rooms. There are 2 rooms I was told where I had a lovely lady on with me, Mary Nolan from Back in Time Paranormal, and she had Loftus Hall is her second home. So she was. We had her on the show a few weeks ago, and the rooms were not to stay in is number 7 and 13.
Right. Oh, wow.
So 7 and
Symbolic.
that's
I've always wanted to go to Leap Castle. I don't know. I've got a weird kind of.
We're there on the 29th. Oh my gosh, you would love it. I wish you'd come over and just like I could
Come out on the ferry. Swear
Dude,
to
Over. I'll come over.
come over, and then I'll kind of get my
Get a
team
malloc, it'll sink.
together. And we go and I'll book in Lep Castle, and and we pay for the location, we pay for the castle, and Sean makes us a fantastic fry breakfast the next morning.
Oh, nice.
Lovely. Oh,
What is it about Elite Castle that it's meant to have something? What is it? It's no demonic.
Elemental.
It's an elemental.
There's a few rumours there.
I mean, have you ever experienced that? Have you ever experienced that?
Well, let me tell you, I have experienced stuff in there which I am not finished with yet. I have fresh meat coming with us on the 29th. Fresh meat of people who's never done an investigation before. I call them fresh meat. So we're going to Redwood Castle on the 28th, and then we're going to, and we stay in the castles, and then we go to Lep Castle the 29th. And yes, in Lep Castle there's one room where I will not leave any woman in, no matter how much they say I want to stay here on my own. I'm going to. If it's Emerald Isle, I'm saying no. I won't let you stay there on your own.
Why? What happens?
Because there's a piece. I've got stuff I'll send on to you after the show. I can't play it on the show, but I'll send it on to you after the show. But there is a man in there, and oh the Lord, he doesn't like women. And I remember being there with a team one night, and we had the spirit box on, and we had a group down in the glass room, and we were upstairs on the second floor, the banquet room. And so I was calling out, and I said, would you like all the men to leave the room? And you'll get a yes coming through. And I'm like, okay, we know where this is going. And then me being, I'm that woman, and I go, he's starting, and then but make sure someone's in front of me when I say it. And I say, so what do you want? What would you do with the women? Knowing what I know of this place, I said, what would you do with the women if we were here by ourselves? And I kid you not, it was the most clearest piece of word I heard coming through the spirit box, and all you can hear was rape. And I'm like, and I looked over at one of the girls, and I'm like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Yeah. And then I could feel my skin kind of like, if I could see you.
Do you know that's we've got a cameraman that we never really does any filming. He just eats all the tonics tea cakes. His name's Alan. That'd be the perfect room for him. That'd be the perfect room for him.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, yeah, we just leave him there. Leave a man in there. We'd leave a man in there for sure, no problem.
I'm not scared of them. You can lock me in if you want.
Well, that's the thing. What I want to do then on the 29th is, kind of, I write down all my ideas, myself and Lily write down our ideas, what we want to do and how we want to run the night and so on and so on. And I say, this is beginning to middle to end, but whatever happens in the middle, in the middle of it, it will take us a different path on the night. Well, then that's what happens. But I will have the women in there on our own without the men for about an hour. Right. Oh yeah, of course, absolutely. You'd have to.
Yeah. Is the grounds haunted? Is the grounds of Leap Castle haunted?
Yes.
Aye. Yes. I was going to say that because I find it interesting.
I don't know. The haunted part about it is the land.
It's the land. Yeah. Well, I remember being up in the bloody chapel. That's one of my dogs. Another one. There's another one. That's Hope. Not Hope. That's Sasha. I remember being in the bloody chapel and just standing over at the oubliette. And so you're just looking at this window, no glass in it. You're just looking at the window, but you'll see this laneway, and you will see what you think it's not a torch, but you do see a light. But there's no houses on that laneway. There's no houses, but that's been reported many times, as if someone's walking with a lantern. But we have seen it. We have seen it.
What's the strangest thing that you've seen on that land? What's the strangest thing?
Seeing shadows at the door on the second floor, and the door would be closed over, but the light would be turned. There's lights on the wall, and you have these typical castle stairs, but you'll always see, and everyone's accounted for in the room, and you'll always see the light on the step, black shadow out as it does, or you see someone at the corner of that room. You have been touched, like my neck was touched, and I think all the women were talking at one point. If it had it been silent and you got my scream on the audio, it would have been great for, like, you know. I have way too many. Way too many takeouts. Way too many takeouts. They have been put up.
It makes you wonder why the castle's so haunted. I mean, why does it have an elemental in it? That's quite strange. That, I mean, what was done? I mean, Danny will put in the chat. He'll probably can. But why is there an elemental in the castle? Because that's quite unusual. That they're usually outside of the no elementals.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'll be bloody murdered if I can forget this lady's name. Oh my goodness. If I get this, I won't even get the Mildred.
I might forget folks' names all the time.
Her name was Mildred, and she was a writer. So she was the one who seen the elemental and wrote about the elemental.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's supposed to be like that, the height of it, like a dog and black.
Yeah.
Right.
But see, if it's dog, I'll call it over. Anything but a dog, I'll call over.
I'll come running up to you, its waggy tail. Can I take you home?
I'll bring you home and love you. I'll bring you home.
Well, I'm famous for the hellhounds and things, so I would be careful what I call over. It looks like a dog.
See, we're getting a lot now of in the museum. We get at the Millmet Museum a dog barking.
Right.
And because I work with dogs and so on, I could tell you what breed of dog is with the bark.
Oh, wow.
And
No.
a blood wrath.
Probably not an elemental, more likely a blood wrath.
Blood wrath.
That's interesting.
We're going to have to look that one up now, Danny. Anthony!
Welcome,
Anthony. But I forget what I was going to say.
Okay.
Danny, I'm
what you going to say?
now.
I can't read minds.
I forget what I was going to say now with the dog behind me crying as usual.
I'm just reading the chat. There's some new people. Druids used to meet. That's quite interesting. Let's have a look here. I'm bringing this up for everybody to read. Druids used to meet up there before it was a castle. Right. So that's what it was.
Is that Lulu? Oh no, it could be. Is it my Lulu?
Mad Lulu.
Mad Lulu.
I don't know.
It's my Lulu. It's Louise on the team.
Welcome, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
It's fascinating. I will say that Leap Castle, and it's one of the. It's on my bucket list. You know, it definitely is.
I do love Leap Castle. I'm so excited for Leap Castle. Yeah. I'm excited for people who's never been before to see it. And I know I met them a few days ago for. Oh, it is Lulu. It is Mad Lulu. Mad Lulu. Is that my Lulu? Myself, Mad Lulu met up with two of the guys that's coming with us. They've never been on a location before, and they were asking, can they get involved and so on. And I'm like, well, you're not going to stand there doing nothing for the weekend. Of course, you get involved.
We're chaining up with the shackles and stuff.
Well, yeah, we have the stocks and whatnot. We have the stocks.
Have you? There you go.
We have the stocks in the museum.
I've always wanted to do an experiment with stocks. I don't know why, but it's always been in my head.
With me.
There is stocks in the museum, and we always put the men into it.
Right.
And there is a woman who wants us to take the men out. We put the men into it, and she wants us to take the men out of it. And I said, and she doesn't like me. As I said, take a ticket and get in line, join the rest. And completely. And so I go into the stocks, and not often, but I do. But nothing happened. Nothing says anything. Like even when we were in Leap Castle a few years ago, and I had taken another team with us, and we had the spirit box going on in the second room,
right,
or the banquet room, and so you'll hear the spirit box saying the word bitch. So they were all saying, they all kind of assumed it was towards
Who did you piss off?
No, they assumed it was towards you.
My list of who I pissed off. I have a few of them.
Oh, you sound like me every day.
I tell you, I have a list. I have a list here. But so me. So one of the guys said, "Did you call Jenny a bitch? If you did, can you say the word biatch again?"
Right.
So you can hear the word bitch being said. So when I came home and I was going through my audio work, downloaded on my computer, headphones on, glass of wine stuck into the audio work, then I would hear on the recorder, "Hey, Jenny, you're a," and then on the spur box, the bitch comes out. So you get a full sentence.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
I'd love to see if I could find it on. I'd love to see if I could find it on my SoundCloud. I'll have a wee look for it. But you do hear a man saying, "Hey, Jenny, you're a," and I'm like, "Oh my God,
That's
really?" But he said
That's
it English.
absolutely
He said an
madness,
American
man.
or.
So
Excuse me.
there's Danny, Wolf, Danny in there. Danny, you should come over for Canada and we'll put you in the stocks. Are they stocks where you can't reach your nose to scratch your nose? You're in
definitely.
that, you're like that,
I'm just
try to
getting
scratch
fed
your
up.
nose. Oh,
I'm
that'd
just
be
getting fed up.
terrible. Can you imagine
So
being in
many
the stocks
things.
and you can't scratch your nose?
No.
Eric
I
wants to go
don't know
into
why I've always
yes.
thought the stocks for experiments. I think it'd be a great place to experiment.
That'd be
Weightlifting,
fantastic.
you really do.
Here's actually an interesting thing. Would you take a dog with you?
Well, I was only talking about that during the week. Would I take a dog with me?
Because obviously they can see.
When I started off in the paranormal, I always said no. No,
Here's
no,
a
no,
question
no, no.
first. Do you think a dog's trainable to be a paranormal investigator?
I would say that's a good bloody question, actually.
Do you think it could
I
happen?
would say probably. I'm probably going to be stupid when I say it. I think maybe yes.
I think they could.
You got to do with the dog what you do to yourself. Ground yourself, protect yourself, and so on. But protect the dog first and foremost. Because I always said at the beginning, they don't have a say in it or not. They can't tell you if they want to go or not. So you'd have to be very careful of what kind of dog you take with you, if that makes sense.
I would love to take.
My dog react.
I would love to take a cadaver dog.
Oh, good Lord.
Because it would make you wonder if there was empty bricked up in the walls.
Just think about what kind of dog you would have to take. You would have to take like something like that though with you. It would have to be a dog that did multiple things.
Yes.
Danny
like, never if you can the same attracts blood. Oh God, Lord.
Wow.
Danny's actually very. What is it? Danny has a medium and he can see like elementals and stuff like that.
Well,
yeah, he's a very interesting person. Here you go, Jen. Danny, you should get Danny for your show because he's absolutely phenomenal.
I would love to, Danny. If you're free, let's hook up. Let's get you a date. Come on,
that's his voice. You can. That's his voice at the start of the trailer. My trailer.
Yeah, it's Uncle Danny's voice.
Is it?
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye. Right, Danny, I'll give you a PM and make a date for you.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's absolutely amazing. He's one of the best out there. He honestly is.
Awesome.
And you'll have a ball with him, you know.
Here
you go, Danny. Help me, man.
Come over to
coffee. As long as you let him drink coffee, he's fine.
I have plenty of coffee. I have plenty of coffee. Bring over to Leap Castle, down to Leap Castle. Redwood Castle, it's a great place, Redwood. Not a lot of people would know about Redwood, but a lot of teams are beginning to do Redwood Castle. It is in County Tipperary. It's about half an hour from the south of Ireland. It's about half an hour from Leap Castle. So we're going to bring the people around and give them a few sites and whatnot. It is a good place. I find I'm comfortable sleeping in it.
So is that one of those little gems that's hidden out the road that nobody really knows about, much like my Burkwood?
Yeah, and it's a beautiful place. It is a beautiful place. And these castles always have the fires lit when we go and spend the night there. The fire is always lit. And
I want to go.
It is so nice. Like, you know,
as we're talking about these castles, you know who's going to be pissed off and extremely jealous is Brian.
No, is Brian still here?
As well.
He's still here?
He doesn't like it when I talk about castles. He was in here. I don't know where it is. He's probably hovering about somewhere.
You do know that.
He's somewhere. So, and the 28th and the 29th, I will do lives from the castles. Redwood is
Can't
okay
wait.
to do lives in. Castle is a little hard. I will try, but it's a little hard to do a live from Castle because you have no signal.
That's
In
weird.
Redwood-
Your
Have you
signal's
ever
gone.
been? Sorry.
Huh?
Did you notice our camera's gone weird?
Yeah,
My
I've seen
camera
that.
does that. My camera
Have
does
you
that.
ever been
When you
to
go to
the what do you call it? The Hellfires Club. Have you ever been to the Irish Hellfires Club?
Yeah. It's about
Yeah.
40 minutes away from me.
See,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to put somebody in the Scottish one, the Irish
Right.
one, and the English one, and do a live stream
That
and
would
hook them
be
up. I've
amazing.
always wanted to do that.
We could arrange to do it though, could we?
Yeah.
You could actually do that. See with the phone, with the WhatsApp and stuff app with the phone at the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
time. Because then it's basically like a triangle, isn't it?
Triangle. Yeah.
I've loved it. I've said it for years.
I think we should
Love to
try
do
and
it.
arrange something to do something like that.
Yep.
I would definitely
That
do
would
it.
be the best experiment ever.
I'm sure there's plenty of English ghost hunters watching the show. If he's interested in
Aye.
doing that, contact us.
We
You
need
know?
somebody in the English one. Sherry.
Definitely.
There you go,
I think
Sherry.
and we'll organise it for the next few weeks or next few months, for the summer months, that we'll have an earlier night.
Mhm.
Because I know with the one in Hellfire Club in Dublin, it's not as safe to stay in there at night time because you have a lot of
Right.
people coming up at night time. It is not a safe place to
Sure.
be.
Yeah.
We have been there in the evening time, saying the winter evenings where it's dark, and it's I know I had Barry Fitzgerald on my show last week, and
Yes, he's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
fantastic. He
Yeah.
he knows the Hellfire Club, and he doesn't like the Hellfire Club. So
Right.
No.
we were talking about when we were in it, and Sasha, hold on, my love. When we were in it, and it was kind of getting evening time, and two of my team members had walked out and walked down to the edge of the grass, and you could see them getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And I'm like, come on, come back. And I'm on the second floor, and I'm like, come back. And then I kind of like, oh shit, I'm in the Hellfire Club as a woman on my own.
Oh
Like,
my
you
God.
don't do that Hellfire Club.
Realization.
Oh my
I
God.
think
And
I find the Hellfire Club interesting.
It's over.
What they used to do in there.
Yes, it used to be they call it a gentleman's club.
Yeah, you
So
break
I
it in there
look
alone.
around, and I'm looking at, I could go down the stairs, 2 flights of stairs I could go down, and then I thought, no, I'd probably sit midway on the steps and crawl into a fetal position and freeze and not move. So I
Cry.
thought, I'm not doing that. So I'm thinking, but at the windows there's bars, and you can easily kind of put your leg over a bar, but I'm thinking, looking down to see how high the jump would be. So I was thinking, like, I was pretending like, you know, like singing it, you know, I'm not gonna have a Hellfire Club on my own.
Start thinking.
I'll tell you, that'd be very interesting to see what happened in the Hellfire Club. You in there
Wouldn't
yourself,
it?
Drew,
think it's a
Jen and
secret?
the Irish one herself. You know, me outside in the control room, you know, keeping everybody safe.
Big brave Christopher.
Yeah, I would like
Push
to
yourself, lad. Push yourself.
I'd like to get a group of women in it and call it out, because I know the last time I was there would have been last summer with a fantastic group from Chicago, ACG Paranormal, and we were calling out, and I was calling out, and of course Jennifer asked the questions that don't ask, and I said, you know, it's not your club anymore, it's a woman's club, and you're not invited in. I did. I did.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And you can hear outside on the
No
top
wonder you get sweary words.
Well, true. And you could see these legs walking by. So we thought a member of the public, you know, it's an open place. We thought a member of the public walked by. So we said, Elliot, are you upstairs? And he walks in from outside. There was nobody upstairs. And I be typically me, you know, you're gone now. This is our club. This is the women's club. Myself, Nat, and Jenny, another girl, Jenny. And I said, yeah, you're not allowed in, you know, and giving him guff.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, but you have to.
I don't agree with teasing the spirits unless it's at the Hellfire Club in Ireland.
Well, that's it, yeah. But I think sometimes that's, you know, you'll get
got to think in some situations like that. Yes, I see the point.
Yeah.
I find it fascinating. I watched a program about the Hellfire Club one night, and it's all the strange things that they get up to. I mean,
Crazy, but
really strange things where they said that the devil appeared in front of them and all that when they were dead. They're worshipping stuff and that. I mean, can you imagine doing that and a goat appeared in front of you?
Wow. See, I think it would be a great experiment. I really do think it would be a great experiment, all joking aside. I'd love to see if we could get some secrets out of them, even some recognition as to what they got up to down there.
Yeah. Oh, they were just awful people. Awful people.
Yeah,
You know, the things that they've done. And that walk up towards the Hellfire Club, the hill, when they call it the Hellfire Club, it is a club. And yes, the devil had appeared there and knocked the door and so on. But that hill, walking up to it, let me just tell you, it is not for the faint-hearted.
Bet you.
Yeah.
You know, I did a live one time going up that hill, and I had to stop and hand the phone to someone else because I was just about to be defibrillated, whatever you call it, because it's not good. The hill is not
up the Wallace Monument.
The what?
Wallace Monument Hill. The Wallace Monument. You ever been there in Scotland?
No.
Oh, it is the exact same. It's like climbing up the side of a mountain.
That hill is just it's not fun. It's not fun.
I'm going to freak Jen here. I'm reading the chat there, and it's Sherry in the chat, PWI, and Danny. I think they can see somebody standing behind you, Jen.
Right.
Was it grey dress and white headscarf? 30-ish. Olden day.
Feels like she was killed and attacked by witches and torture. She was captured and killed for being a witch. Wow.
This is the lady that's in my house.
Yeah.
And then Dan puts name. I don't know if this is to do with the person in your house, but Eleanor is a woman's name. Eleanor is a woman's name.
Oh wow!
So it makes me wonder what's standing behind you. What's looking at you as we speak?
Well, my nickname when I was younger was Witch. My nickname, they used to call me my nickname. Huh?
All right.
I'm drawn to where the wee table and chairs are. It's weird.
Really?
Hey, William. Aye.
Why?
Strange.
The door?
I don't know. There's just something. No, it's true what Sherry says in the chat. She's no nasty. There's just something that's weird because I've noticed it in a few lives that you do when you do your lives on a Saturday and stuff. There's always like something behind you. I find myself watching something move about. It's as if the dogs or your cats.
Do your own channel.
Yes, my own show. Yeah, Shadow Whispers in the Night. Aye, Shadow Whispers in the Night.
Right, everybody remember check that out as well in the chat, please.
Shadow Whispers in the Night. We are on the 22nd.
I watched the one today with Barry on it. I watched that no long ago. It's a great chat. I love it. I love the energy.
Which one was on it? Who did I have
the one with Barry Fitzgerald last week?
That was last week. Oh, I tell you,
I love the energy, everybody.
He must have thought I was bonkers.
He was on Bald and Bonkers with me and Dakota. He probably thought we were raving lunatics.
Oh, yeah. Remember that question
I think it's great when you have a laugh though, in a live. I think it makes it.
Question for you, Jen.
Oh gosh, okay.
The last question tonight. What is your beliefs in the afterlife? What do you think happens when it's your time?
Oh my gosh. There was a time when I was younger and I was petrified of death. Like I was like crawling the walls and I couldn't crawl the walls but it was something, and I knew because it was something you cannot hide from. It's something you cannot get, you can't do it. I was in primary school when I had this fear. I was in primary school when I had this fear, and the teacher said to me one day, why are you crying? Because I literally went off into my own world. Jenna being Jenny. And I think as when we pass over, do I believe in life after death? I do. Mm-hmm. I do, because of what not just because of what I do, but I've had a lot of real feedback, if I can say feedback, or response from audio and whatnot. That I couldn't say there is nothing there. I definitely will want to be in a big golden field with all the dogs and cats and everyone that I owned before. Eleanor is messing with my camera. Eleanor?
She as your camera's going off, fuzzy, when he asked
still?
that. And 2 times, please. And then Sherry. Yep, she's right looking at the camera using confused, which she is using. That's
there's a video now.
If
I send the video on to you, Christopher, I send the video on to you. It's one where I was doing a show one night. I was doing a show one night with Howard Petrie. I was about 2 or 3 in the morning, and we were talking and joking about, and then we went quiet, and all of a sudden I could hear Jenny, and I'm smiling, and all of a sudden I just stop, and I'm like, "What? Did nobody hear that? Did I send it on to you before, Chris?"
I don't think you did, but if you send it to me, the clip, I'll send it to Danny and Sherry and let them see it, and Drew too.
Oh, you could hear my name being said. So when I listen back on the live, you can hear the static noise, the electric noise coming through my microphone, and I'll send it on to you and Drew so you can have a listen to it. But there is somebody in my house. Which I don't mind.
There's somebody fiddling about with your camera, because every now and again it goes into focus mode as if it's trying to lock onto somebody.
Can you say my name on the live?
Are you the only person that's in the house tonight? Obviously, you've got pets and stuff.
My 2 children upstairs, and just my dogs here. Sherry
says she's laughing because I think she's been noticed. She's maybe because she's been noticed.
Is there anything you want to say to Jen?
Huh? Me?
No, I was asking the spirit in case it wanted to
right, yeah,
leave
call out. You want to call out, yeah?
Is there anything you want to say to Jen? You can maybe record it on this live.
1 second, I'm going to turn my recorder on because there's always one handy and here is one from earlier.
One
beside me. So I'm going to turn it on. If there's an Eleanor in my living room, are you interested in what we're doing here tonight? I never heard of you being in my house before. I'll just do a playback. She's your watcher and protector. Do you ever get when you go to new locations and locations you've never been to before? Many years ago, I've been to one location I've never been to before. So I listened back to the playback. I listened to the audio the next day or the day after coming home. So I'm in the gardens of Duckett's Grove, a place down in Carlow in the south of Ireland. And I heard this man going, Jenny. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, it's my first time in this location. Nobody knows me in this location. Why, call out for somebody is following me. I know. And I have audio from a man being in my house one night, probably about 2:00 in the morning. I was having an old G&T, no children were here. Jennifer is mommy free. And so, I took out my recorder and I said, I know you're here. I've seen you and I've heard you. I've heard you in my kitchen, and so on and so on. And then I heard this DVP, Jenny. And then you'll hear me on the recorder saying, did you say something? Did you just try and say something? But the best thing is I have him from DVP and I have him on audio as well. I'm going to play this to see if there's anything on it.
Is this an Eleanor in my living room? Are you interested in what we're doing here tonight? I never heard of you being in my house before.
No, nothing. No, nothing. Probably have to.
Before I end the show, I'm just going to say that I've noticed that the black dog is white. Does he usually come up to you wagging his tail, or does he sense that there's somebody there? Or is it he or she?
A boy, Zach. And there's
he's looking in the corner and then he's coming up to you wagging his tail.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Something.
Hello, my love.
Look, he's looking above.
Come on. So
He's looking up.
Little York.
Drew
Is that a
says
Yorkie?
she's looking up.
Above. Mhm.
this one?
Yeah, he's looking up above you. Curious.
See that
Huh?
the black dog that's sitting next to you is like that. He's looking up
Big
as if there's
whitey.
something above you.
Yeah, it was if we were
And he's
looking
wagging
above
tail,
you,
and
as
he's
if we were spotting something walking about.
and they're wagging their tails
That was
if it's
interesting.
friendly.
Well, lads, you know what to do. He said, "Oh,
Talking to them. Hello.
So Jen, can you tell
Yes.
everybody where everybody can find you? Obviously, the links to your YouTube and your Facebook thing is below, but could you tell everybody,
oh
please?
gosh, where am I? I am on Facebook, Emerald Isle Paranormal Researchers,
Yes.
and hold on.
My dog's the same. Sparkle's the exact same.
He's just
We
been
can't even answer a phone in this house. My dog's
Tell you,
starved.
this lot now, they're all getting restless.
Terrible.
Where else we got? Shadow Whispers in the Night, Facebook.
Yes.
I am Emerald Isle Paranormal Researchers on TikTok. We have Twitter. We have YouTube.
Guys, you need to watch the show. It's really fun. It's
Oh, yeah.
good. It's good
We
and
have-
it's
we have
interesting
the-
and it's fun.
We do have good crack. We do. And you
Yeah.
never know what
Yeah.
comes out of my mouth. It's all good
Well,
and all clean, but you know, Jennifer
Oh
and
yeah,
her story.
you're always in for a treat when you watch her
It's
show.
good fun. Yeah.
Yes, you never
Especially
know
you
what's
might see
going
the
to-
spirits.
Serious and fun
Mhm.
at the same time, yeah.
We'll even do a call out. I think the next show I have is on the 22nd of April, 22nd of April, with Philip Gibson from Heart City Paranormal, and we're going to be doing 2 hours of EVPs.
Oh.
If you want to join us,
Oh, wow.
2 hours of
Brilliant.
EVPs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll need to watch that. That'll
Brilliant.
be good.
Oh, if you want to jump in as
That'd
one
be
of the panels, jump in as one of the panels with your headphones
Right.
and
Yeah.
go through them, because I know you're good with doing the
If I'm
audio.
about, I'll do it. If
Oh,
I'm
it's on the
about, I'll do
22nd.
it.
I'll remind you before that anyway. Where else? That's where I am for now. Emerald Isle Paranormal
Stockport.
Research, YouTube, and so on, and Facebook,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and Twitter, and
So,
YouTube.
so I would like to thank you, Jen, for coming
So
on
much.
the show, and
Thank
it's
you.
been an
Great.
absolute awesome night. And I would like to thank everybody that's watched this tonight. We've actually had quite a few people watching us. We've had 25 people watching through obviously all
Wow.
the different networks and stuff like that. And remember, guys, this video live will be out on Monday on Drew's channel. So remember, go over and watch it and help her get her watch hours and stuff like that, and give her a thumbs up and stuff. So I'll talk to you both behind the scenes, and everybody catch you all
Sure.
goods. And
Thank
have
you,
a
Drew. Thank you, Chris,
fantastic
for having
night.
me on.
Blessings,
No
guys.
problem.
Thank you for joining us on this exciting adventure with Ghost Squad Scotland. Our team of experienced ghost hunters use the latest technology to explore the paranormal and uncover the truth about the unknown. Don't forget that we're affiliated with Spirit Shack, the UK's premier ghost hunting equipment store, so you can trust our equipment to be top-notch. Plus, we have exclusive Ghost Squad Scotland merch available on our Zazzle store, so you can show your support for the team in style. And if you can't get enough of our ghost hunting adventures, be sure to tune into the Bald and Bonkers TV network to catch our show in action. Content creators can even have their own content syndicated on the network, or create their own custom online TV channel by visiting baldandbonkers.net. Thank you for your support. And remember to always keep an open mind as we continue to explore the mysteries of the paranormal with Ghost Squad Scotland.